As World War II rages on, Lucy and Edmund Pevensey, 3 Narnian years after the events of Prince Caspian, are staying with their obnoxious cousin Eustace Scrubb while their older siblings Peter and Susan are in America. To his dismay, Edmund is too young to serve in His Majesty's armed forces. Lucy, Edmund, and Eustace are transported onto an ocean in Narnia by a painting of a ship on the sea. The Dawn Treader comes to their aid. On a mission to save the 7 lords of Narnia that his uncle Miraz banished, Caspian extends an invitation to them. While Lucy and Eustace are sold as slaves, Caspian and Edmund are imprisoned in the Lone Islands, a place where people are sold as slaves. One of the lost lords that Caspian encounters tells him that unsold slaves are offered as sacrifices to a green mist. Caspian and the others are rescued by the Dawn Treader crew. One of the 7 swords that Aslan gave the lords, the lord, who takes over as governor, gives Caspian his sword. Lucy is kidnapped by invisible duffelpuds on a different island and made to enter the magician Coriocan's manor in search of a visibility spell. Although he tells them they will be put to the test, Coriocan exhorts the sailors to vanquish the mist by placing the Lord's swords at Aslan's table on Ramandu's island. After discovering a beauty enchantment, Lucy enters a dream in which she is Susan and Narnia does not exist. Aslan chastises Lucy for her self-doubt, pointing out that it is only through her that her siblings are aware of Narnia. Another sword that turns everything it touches into gold is found at a 3rd island, where it washes up from a pool. Eustace pilfers from a treasure-filled rock pit. Edmund and Caspian find the body of another nobleman and retrieve his sword while searching for Eustace. The Dawn Treader drives a dragon away as it gets closer. The curse of the riches has changed Eustace into the dragon. Eustace, whom Repicheep befriends, has a change of heart and starts to help the crew. When the crew gets at Aslan's table, they discover 3 lost lords dozing off. One sword is missing, which they discover as they lay the others on the table. A star appears out of the sky and changes into the stunning Liliendil, who leads them to the Dark Island, a mist-covered haven where they find the last lord. Edmund's fear is exploited by the island to form a sea monster that assaults the ship. Eustace battles the serpent, but as he does, the terrified lord cuts him with the last sword, sending him flying. He meets Aslan, who gives him the last sword and turns him back into a boy in retaliation for his self-sacrifice. Edmund is distracted by the mist, which takes the form of Jadis, the White Witch, as the crew battles the serpent. When Eustace arrives at the table, the mist tries to prevent him from setting the blade down alongside the others. When he defeats the mist, the swords are able to work their magic and give Edmund's blade the ability to slay the sea serpent, which in turn awakens the 3 lords, destroys the Mist and Dark Island, and releases the slaves who were sacrificed. Lucy, Edmund, Caspian, and Repicheep are reunited with Eustace, and they sail to an unidentified shore in front of a huge wave. When Aslan shows up, he warns them that although they might never come back, his country is only beyond. Repicheep is determined to enter Aslan's land, but Caspian changes his mind after realizing he has more responsibilities as king. He receives a blessing from Aslan and says goodbye to Lucy, Eustace, Edmund, and Caspian. Aslan informs Lucy and Edmund that since they have matured and become like their older siblings Peter and Susan, they are unable to go back to Narnia. Aslan invites them to call him by a different name in their realm. To let them back into their realm, Aslan creates a doorway. Eustace asks Aslan whether he will come back as he, Lucy, and Edmund make their way to the portal. In response, Aslan says he will. They go back to the bedroom with the 3 of them. Eustace overhears his mother welcoming Gilpole as a guest. Eustace returns the painting to its original wall. Lucy shuts the door behind them, but not before they regretfully turn to face the artwork depicting the ship sailing across the seas.